We will move on to our next one, which is Unbounded Law, the Symmetry of Justice and its Practical Application in Peace Building by Sofia Collin. And you now have co-host privileges, so you should be able to share your screen.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Dave, for your wonderful presentation. I'm very grateful that you're here and for the insights that you shared with us today. So, right. Get my timer ready. Okay. So my presentation today is Unbounded Law, the Symmetry of Justice and its Practical Application in Peace Building. I want to thank Ball State University and the Center for Peace and Conflict Studies for so generously including me in your discussion. I'm profoundly grateful to stand in the light of your exceptional speakers and for the opportunity to honor Mr. Benjamin Cohen, Esquire's legacy and pursuit of peace. I also want to thank all of you here in the Zoom room as we'll be discussing the law and its enforcement. I understand this is an extremely complex subject, which when discussed requires the utmost respect, patience, and understanding as a community. It is my wholehearted intention to discuss this subject with as much grace and love as possible, and I humbly ask the audience to also remain open-hearted as audience members' experience with police or as police officers themselves are diverse. And if you're here today, it's because you care deeply for our communities. And so let us embrace each other and move forward in peace. My presentation will fall roughly into 3 parts today. The first, I'll be discussing law and its enforcement. I'll be talking about the current law that we have, which I call Unbounded Law, and bounded law's impact on our communities. I'll propose unbounded law and a practical application of this philosophy called the Peace Pin Project, and then we'll move forward together. So the law is asymmetrical in that it does not see those who are good. It mainly sees those who harm or are harmed. And the law that seeks to create peace by enforcing the boundaries of right action with negative consequences is what I call bounded law. This asymmetry is, I posit, a source of fundamental discord in societies and institutions. An institution that at present is adversely affected by the system is our police. Why is this the case? I'd say the vast majority of our police officers enter and continue their service with the sincere desire to bring peace to their communities. However, the bounded law system within which they engage to accomplish this noble objective is self-defeating. Police enforce law by punishment, but a relationship founded on punishment incites fear and resentment. And the act of punishing is psychologically burdensome if that's what you're doing all day. And that overall is detrimental to law enforcement and leading to desensitization, burnout, fear, and sometimes an overzealous approach to enforcement. And this growing tension marginalizes police and communities, amplifying and prolonging tension. As a symmetry to the bounded law concept, where law is a weapon to discourage citizens from committing harmful deeds by threat and implementation of punishment, I propose unbounded law, which is an instrument of peace, recognizing good deeds and celebrating those good deeds. It cultivates morality. It doesn't demarcate right and wrong. Its action, as it's actively engaged every day in cultivating this peace, it's not reacting after the harm has occurred, and it's seeing peace as a presence, as positive action in the community, and not just an absence of negative action. The project that I'm proposing and implementing currently is a project in which police are able to give peace pins to people they see doing good in their communities. In turn, community members can re-give these peace pins over and over again to each other, including back to law enforcement, to encourage and celebrate positive action in communities. It democratizes justice, it encourages and fosters good action, it reduces fear and resentment of authority figures because it creates a more balanced symmetry of the relationship, and therefore it reduces the burden on enforcers to only be engaging in negative situations, and instead allowing them to engage in positive ones as well. So as you can see here, you can see the peace pin. It's usually attached to this card. And the color is supposed to be as close to morning light as I can get. Light without flame means justice without punishment. It's simply a bridge to encouraging and promoting good action. There are many departments who are engaged in wonderful projects to positively contribute and acknowledge and celebrate its people, but this one is unique as it targets people who do good, not just the whole community, and it's integrated as it's a year-round, everyday experience, and it engages the public in a very meaningful way. And the object of the peace pin is just a bridge to the beautiful action that it acknowledges. It's not that the gift of the pin is not an overshadowing object of the recognition which matters the most. So I want to thank you so much. We're all pillars in the house of justice. Our beliefs and experiences are the true strength of our common house. And I hope that we can stay in touch, and I look forward to discussing more together in after these presentations. Thank you so much.